Crossing over to Mexico for cheap medication is hardly talked about today when people are crossing the border for more serious healthcare needs like surgery. It could be bariatric surgery, orthopedic surgery, cosmetic or plastic surgery, dental work, fertility treatment, you name it. And a growing number of self-paying Americans and Canadians would rather have it done in Tijuana than in Texas or Toronto. And the remarkable thing is that though people from the southwestern states of Texas, New Mexico, California, and Arizona are the likeliest to go south of the border for medical care, medical tourism in Mexico is fast becoming a favorite with people from all over the U.S. and even Canada. Why is this so? What is it about Mexican healthcare that attracts so many Americans? This video focuses on why a growing number of Americans are voting with their feet for medical tourism in Mexico. Low cost of medical treatment is by far the most important reason for U.S. health tourists to choose Mexico. Mexico is sometimes the only option for many uninsured Americans as surgery becomes prohibitively priced in the U.S. Even for those with insurance, elective surgeries like knee replacement or gastric lap band may involve high copay, and sometimes insurance policy restrictions make them ineligible for any meaningful insurance benefits. Proximity to the U.S. and Canada. Mexico is the closest medical tourism destination to a large part of the U.S., and hence the easiest to go to. You can fly, drive down, or even walk over to Tijuana, Monterrey, Ciudad Juarez, all prominent medical tourism centers in Mexico. Ciudad Juarez is about half an hour away from the airport at El Paso, Texas. Tijuana, in the state of Baja California, too, is about the same distance from San Diego, California. Monterrey, the third largest city in Mexico, is an hour's flight away from Texas, or about 4 hours by road. High standards of medical care. Many top private hospitals in Mexico use the same medical equipment and protocols for patient care and sanitation as used in the U.S. Many either are accredited by reputed international hospital accreditation organizations like JCI or plan to get accreditation in the near future. Many doctors also have training and certifications from U.S. and other countries with advanced medicine. Also, cutting-edge advances in the fields of medicine are sometimes adopted faster in Mexico than in the U.S., thanks to lesser bureaucratic delays to contend with. For instance, if you are looking for complementary therapy or alternative medicine for cancer or stem cell treatment, you will find it in Mexico. These treatments may not be easily or commonly available in the U.S. Unlike going to other countries, going to Mexico does not really involve a great culture shock. The Hispanic population is the largest minority group in the U.S. The average American is familiar with the Hispanic culture. There are many family ties across the borders with similarities with Mexican culture and language, especially among the southwestern states of the U.S. A great place for vacation. Part of the reason why Mexico is an attractive health tourism destination is that apart from the medical expertise available, it is a great place to vacation. In and around Tijuana. There's a lot of shopping to be done in Tijuana, though you've got to master ways of steering clear of persistent peddlers. Tijuana has a popular museum that chronicles the early history of the Baja Peninsula. For those wanting some green, Parque Morales is a great choice. It's an ecological reserve and the largest park in Tijuana. In and around Monterrey. Monterrey has a good number of first-class hospitals and has a crime rate much lower than the national average. It is very proud of its industrial culture and has as many man-made tourist attractions as it has natural ones. There are recreational water parks, open-air concerts, theaters, museums, etc. You can choose to go horseback riding, go-karting, golfing, bungee jumping, after approval from your doctor, or even ice skating. There are national parks, too, if one is so inclined. Accessible from Ciudad Juarez is Copper Canyon, about 7 times larger than the Grand Canyon. A very popular way to visit is by taking the Copper Canyon train trip, considered one of the top scenic rail journeys in the world. In and around Guadalajara. For a vacation, you could choose from the scenic beaches of Puerto Vallarta, Manzanilla, Carayes, and the like, or have fun shopping endlessly at the Tlaquepaque Market. You could also get on the Tequila Express and acquaint yourself more closely with the exotic drink. If all you want is to unwind and relax, Lake Chapala and Ajikjik, popular retirement towns for U.S. and Canadians, are straight choices. But there are some factors that one must consider when going on a medical vacation to Mexico. Gang wars between drug lords and violent crime in Mexico are not uncommon. The gang wars are not targeted at tourists, and there is no evidence that they are targeted at any nationality, but by being at the wrong place at the wrong time, sometimes one may get affected. To avoid street crime and avoid being lost in the wrong place, it is suggested that medical tourists use hospital-arranged transport or use approved, authorized prepaid taxi services. Visits to nightclubs, bars, and such are not suggested. If an ATM must be used, it is suggested they be accessed at large protected facilities rather than at glass-enclosed, highly visible ATMs on the street. Most medical tourism corporations network hospitals in Mexico have ATMs and banking facilities inside the hospital's premises. Though your Mexican doctor and medical staff at the hospital may speak fluent English, Spanish is the main language on the street. It's best that you do not drive on your own in Mexico, as the standards of road safety and driving style are not the same that you may be used to in the United States or Canada. Mexico does have strict laws related to health, but they are loosely enforced. Hygienic standards vary in Mexico. Avoid ice in drinks and purchasing food and unbottled drinks from street vendors. Make the most of your medical trip to Mexico by selecting the right hospital, surgeon, and destination, and if possible, winding up with an enjoyable vacation. You can always hire the services of Medical Tourism Corporation to facilitate your medical trip. Medical Tourism Corporation facilitates affordable medical and dental treatment at world-class international hospitals and clinics. Fill out the estimate request form on our site, medicaltourismco.com, for a free quote and more information.